Let's go audition for Hamilton on Broadway. I'm smiling, but I am struggling. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and I slept maybe 5.5 hours, which for me is not a lot. You know, you have to wake up in the morning and you feel anxious and you can't fully have a good night's sleep because you know you have to get up early. That's kind of what was going on. I have auditioned for Hamilton on Broadway 6 or 7 times at this point, and every single time I go, I have the absolute best time. They usually teach the same combination to the song My Shot every Broadway audition, and that's pretty common with Broadway shows. They will typically teach the same combination every time because Broadway shows are required to have what's called equity chorus calls every 6 months. It doesn't matter if they're looking for people, it doesn't matter if they're not looking for people, they still are required to have the calls. And at these calls, they do teach the combination as if you have absolutely never seen it before. They also, for Hamilton, do something where they will put in the audition breakdown, which is basically where they describe like what's gonna happen at the audition. They will put a link to the video for My Shot. That way, if you've never seen it before, you can kind of pre-learn it ahead of time. That way you're not going into the audition completely blind. Because I'm a member of the union, I can sign up for calls as early as a week in advance. And because I live in South Jersey and I commute to New York City for auditions, I always set an alarm to sign up for the calls early because I like to go, audition, and come right back. Even though today I'm going to go audition and then I am making a very exciting purchase, so stay tuned for that. So when I signed up for this call, I ended up getting number 6, which was very exciting because I will definitely be in the first group. Typically they'll do group sizes of 30 to 40 people at a time. It just depends on the combination and the preference of, you know, the people running the room. And we can be in the room from anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour. It really, again, just kind of depends on the combination and what they need to see. So how it works is they will start calling the list of names at 9:30 since this call does start at 10 o'clock. So if I, let's just say, get there after 9:30 and my name has been called already and I missed it, what I will have to do is I will have to wait in line with other people who are part of the union and sign up on what's called a supplemental list. Wait for all of the people who signed up ahead of time online who did hear their name. I would have to wait till the end of that line and that's when I would get seen. So that's why it's so important to get there on time. I have literally had it where I have walked into the room and they were like, Elise Mesticelli, and I was like, here, like I literally got there as they were calling my name, which is a very exciting feeling, but never want that. I always like to be very early. So the train that I take gets me in about 30 to 40 minutes before 9:30. That way, if there's any kind of delay or there's any kind of whatever, I just make sure I have plenty of time to get there because I literally love going in the first group. It is just, it's my favorite. Also, the audition combination for Hamilton is so much fun. I am obsessed with it. I can't remember the first time I auditioned for Hamilton, but I've been auditioning for it in many different phases of my life. I auditioned for it when I had a bob haircut, a bleach blonde pixie, a regular pixie where I had shaved the sides of my head. Now I'm auditioning for it where I'm wearing my hair naturally and curly. At these calls, when they are Broadway calls, there's typically not singing the same day, so they will have everybody dance and then they will say, thank you, that's all we need. While you're dancing and performing the combo, the casting people and the dance team are watching you do it and they are writing things on your resume. That way, like if they want to bring you back in the future to dance more, sing again, like depending on what it is, they remember. And sometimes that's something I get very sucked into, is seeing what they're writing on resumes or like if they're putting them in a certain pile, and that is just not good because then it takes you out of the moment. You could think you're in the wrong pile, but you're in the right pile. You could think that they wrote awful things on your resume, they actually loved you. You just like literally never know. So that's why I have really focused on not obsessing on what's going on behind the table, because if I just focus on me and show up as me, that is when I give my best performance. I actually have been called back for Hamilton twice. Once I believe was around like 2018, 2019, and the second time I believe was 2022. I actually had to do a video submission for that because it was still like pandemic time, but things were slowly starting to open back up. It wasn't my time then, but maybe this time it will be. I don't know. I have a good feeling about this. And if having a good feeling means I just kick ass today, then that's absolutely a win. Honestly, for a 6 a.m. beat, this looks pretty good. So let's go eat and get myself to New York. The worst part about getting up this early is that I have zero desire to eat anything yet because it's like 6:30 in the morning, but I have to. Otherwise, I will literally be so exhausted at the audition. Eggs and bread, because we need our protein, we need our carbs, we need our energy. Luckily, it's starting to lighten up a little bit, but oh my God, I wish it was like brighter because I feel like that would help me wake up. I'm at the train station. Now we take the train for about an hour and then we will be in New York. I'm feeling this tired. I always just remind myself, I'm like, Elise, you go to the audition, you absolutely like give 1,000%, and then when you come home, you don't have to do anything. And that's just like kind of what gets me through. You know, when you like pull your skin off, I just did that. I thought it was gonna be like a tiny hangnail, but it was actually a lot bigger. Ow, that really hurt. The place where I audition is a 3-block walk from Penn Station, which is really nice. And then we will be walking to get my purchase. So very exciting. can't see out this window because it's so dirty. So it turns out I'm actually dumb, and the call doesn't start at 10, it starts at 10:30. So I actually don't have to be there until 10 and not 9:30. But it kind of works out because I think I would have come at the same time anyway because of traffic being worse the later I left. And the worst part is I can't even go get my purchase because the store doesn't open until 10:30. So I have to wait till after anyway. Hamilton on Broadway. We are at the dance studio. Shout out to Pearl. Even though I'm pretty early, there are a lot of people already here. You know, people like to get here early so they can warm up, so they can even practice the combination since we know what it's gonna be. But yeah, I'm feeling very excited. Here's the fit. Cute little baby tee with some track pants. Feeling good. Feeling cute. Feeling ready for Hamilton. It's a full house here today, so now we're just waiting for the list to be called, but everybody here, we're all ready to go. Okay, the list was just called, and I'm number 4, so definitely the first group. Here we go.
Calling all my staff, 121 to 150. Abigail Rebecca.
About to go in. Audition is done. It went so good. I feel really good about it. Either way, the audition went great. And now it's time to make my purchase. I am getting myself Laduca boots in honor of auditioning professionally for 10 years. These boots are something I've been wanting for a long time, but I never bought, so let's go. I can't get over how good I felt about that call today. Obviously, you never know what's gonna happen, but I feel just like really proud of myself because I've been doing that combination for so long, and I feel like I am like feeling very grounded in it. So it went really well, and I just, yeah. Okay, so the verdict was that they actually did not have my size in stock at the store, so we had to order them, but that's okay because they'll get to them, they'll ship to them, that way I don't have to pay for the shipping fee, and I'll pick them up. They said it could be 2 to 10 weeks, really kind of just depends on the order of them getting orders in, but I just like love them, and I'm so excited to get them. Just love New York. We're back at the train station. Oh my god, it's only 2:30, but I think I might go to bed. I'm so tired. Now I have a drive about 40 minutes to my home. Hopefully I don't hit any traffic. Also, hopefully I can find my car. Oh, okay, literally walked right past it. Here it is. We made it back home, so let's do a quick debrief and I will tell you how today's audition worked and everything that basically happened. But to get to the call, if you are a part of the union, 30 minutes before the call starts. I was able to end up being number 4 because 2 people didn't show up, and I ended up being in the first group. So they brought 40 of us into the room at a time, but when we actually performed the combo after learning it, they did groups of 5. So I was fortunate enough that I got to go in the first little chunk of 5. The assistant dance captain for Hamilton, I actually know him. He is wonderful. I have taken his class numerous times, and he just has this infectious energy that when I saw he was gonna be there today, I was so excited just because he's so wonderful. Knowing somebody does not mean that you will get a call back or get the show, like that's not what it means, but you just know going in that you have like a rapport with this person, so you're going to naturally just like have such a great time learning from them because you have in the past, and that was what today was. The energy in this room was incredible. This combination for Hamilton, my shot, is literally one of my favorite combos to audition to. Let me know if you would like to see a video of me doing the combo, because I've done this one at this point I think like 7 or 8 auditions. I feel like each time I go, I am feeling more grounded and like finding the subtle moments and the details. When you're going to an audition and you're learning a combination for the very first time, you've never seen it before, you're in a little bit of a different headspace. Your goal is to assimilate and pick it up as quickly as possible, while of course still implementing the details that the choreographer gives you. For example, if they're like, head goes this way, but you don't do a head, but they specify to do a head, then like that might be something they might be like, oh, I'm not sure if they're able to like pay attention to direction or details. It's the same thing where if like you're in an audition, and this has happened to me before, where they give either you specifically a note or the entire group a note, you implement that note immediately the next time you get to perform the combination because you want to show them that you take notes really well. But yes, we went in 40 at a time, but most people in this room know the combination. Hamilton's been out for such a long time and the audition combo is always the same. Like I mentioned before, they had a link to the video, that way you could kind of prepare it ahead of time if you had never done it before. I definitely recommend doing that if you are someone who's never been in for Hamilton before. It's the fact that you have to be so specific with the music, and if it's something you've never heard before, it might be a little bit harder to pick it up. I always think that if they provide a video, it is very, very smart to use that video as a tool. The casting team was also so kind. I just love when an audition space feels very warm and welcoming, and everybody is just genuinely excited to watch each other perform. That's also something I love about going first is, yes, I was able to go first, give my all, feel really, really confident about how I performed, but then I get to watch all of the other groups continue to go throughout the process because I am not so focused on like my turn. I've already gone, so I now get to just enjoy the dancing of my fellow performers. Then after we did the combination for casting, nobody was kept to sing. That's very common with Broadway auditions. You typically get called back at a later date to do singing, more dancing, sing specific stuff from the show, things like that. It just kind of depends on what they need, but 9 times out of 10, they are not keeping people to sing. And then it's really cool. I got to end the day going and purchasing my Laduca boots, even though I don't physically have them yet. I am so excited that I was able to make this purchase. I was like, you know what? I've been doing this for 10 years now. I am finally getting them. They have been something I've been wanting for such a long time, and I just love the look of them. I loved the feel of them, and I just feel like I'm going to wear them for every single audition, and they will be with me for a very long time. I also emailed my agent to let her know that I went to this call today. I always do that after bigger calls, especially because I always want to make sure it's on her radar, and that way if there are appointments in the future, that she can be like, oh, Elise was just in, like blah 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 blah, and then she can submit me for that. It's like just, you know, a good thing. Not that she wouldn't submit me already, but it definitely helps if you already put yourself out there and they've seen you once before. But overall, today was amazing. I just love dancing and performing, and I know that big things are coming my way, whether that is tomorrow or in 6 months or whenever that may be. But I just trust the process and I trust myself. As long as I keep putting myself forward authentically, then I know that that means something big is going to come my way. But thanks for joining me as I auditioned for Hamilton on Broadway today. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you would like to see me doing the combination, and I will see you on the next one.